Holy shit, you guys. This week's episode of The Flash, The Last Temptation of Barry Allen, was fucking awesome. I mean, those of you that watched it know that that really goes without saying, but seriously, I can't stop geeking out over what a great episode that was. Excellent action and acting, the cinematography, effects, the writing, thank God, everything worked really well here. Hell, even the horror elements in this episode were actually pretty spooky. Seriously, after seeing how creepy everything was in this episode, especially that dinner scene, now I'm just sitting here wondering why this wasn't the Halloween episode, you know? Major props to everyone involved, especially new showrunner Eric Wallace for knocking it out of the park and giving us what I think is probably one of the best episodes that we've gotten in a long time. And as the cherry on top of all this awesomeness, we even finally got the introduction of Barry's negative flash form from the comics at the end of the episode.
Holy shit!
I do kinda wish they changed up the costume a little bit more to better match that appearance in the comics, but I'm definitely not complaining. That look is badass either way. But as cool as it is, I'm sure there were at least a few people watching this episode like,
what the hell is even that?
You know, in a good way. You know what I mean. So anyways, what exactly is the negative flash? First appearing at the end of 2017's The Flash number 26, the negative flash form popped up after Eobard Thawne tried to trap Barry in the negative speed force because, you know, he's a dickhead. Instead of getting absorbed by his Speed Force's dark counterpart though, Barry wound up absorbing some of its energy while flashing through some of the negative thoughts and events that he'd been going through. It actually kinda looks like what all Nora went through when she tapped into the negative Speed Force last year now that I look at it again. That's pretty neat. Anyways, Barry made his way out of the negative Speed Force, complete with new abilities, some cool looking black streaks on his costume and black lightning, and a rougher, more aggressive personality whenever he tapped into his new power. He eventually found out that running next to somebody with a connection to the regular Speed Force, like Wally West, mostly kept him in check, but it didn't really matter all that much in the end, since Barry ended up losing his negative Speed Force connection in issue 34, thanks to his ex-girlfriend Mina Dewan. Oh well, it was fun while it lasted, I guess.
Easy come, easy go.
Having said all that though, can you guess how much of that story the TV version carried over? If you said literally none, then you're right. This version of the negative flash came around after Barry wound up getting infected by bloodwork while trying to save Ralph, who got pretty messed up in a fight with the weirdly stretchy blood-based villain at the beginning of the episode. The infection eventually led to an inner battle, with Barry being forced to choose between the Speed Force and Ramsey's influence, giving off a pretty cool Spider-Man and Venom vibe in the process, and the result is, well, this. Well, that and this extremely cool looking black lightning, that's pretty neat. Fun fact, bloodwork in the comics debuted while Barry was running around as the negative flash. The more you know. Seriously though, where do we go from here? How exactly can Team Flash get rid of Ramsey's infection and save Barry? It doesn't really seem like Barry cares all that much about his lightning rod at the moment, and boosting the Speed Force with a new velocity serum, while effective, only worked for so long. I don't know about Team Flash, but I'd be pretty nervous about potentially making a deranged speedster even faster than before. So with that in mind, I'm wondering if this is going to be the reason for Cisco to get his powers back, with the idea being that he could try to communicate with Barry's inner self, who's probably still in the middle of that tug-of-war we never actually got to see finish up. I'm not entirely sure how that would work right now, since Cisco never portaled himself into somebody's brain, as far as I remember, but given how we're literally one episode away from the start of Crisis, it would make a lot more sense out of how we're already seeing Cisco back in costume, both during Barry's visions and in the promo images the CW's been releasing. Either way, I guess we'll know for sure when part 2 of this episode airs next week. But anyways guys, that's my take on Barry's new negative flash form in season 6 of The Flash. If you guys agreed with anything I said in this video, or if you have your own thoughts you want to throw out there, then go ahead and let me know in the comments down below. Otherwise, I will see you all next time. Hey, thanks for watching. If you like this video, then go ahead and click that like button, and if you're new, maybe consider clicking that subscribe button too. I've also got links to my Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, and Patreon in the description. You should probably check those out too. And if you want to see more of my content, then you can click the link to my last video. It's right there in the middle of your screen. Alright, and I will see you all next time.